know.
I know. Yeah.
And he's already looking at,
I've
the
always.
summer, well, no, they're not, but the
Yeah.
summer, we got some chocolate planned and
Meat
new
dog
Shabbat
and,
and.
yeah.
Beach.
It's in June, but I'm not sure the date. If you can shoot me an email, remind me.
I will do my best.
I won't necessarily remember.
Yeah. I mean, that one we got 6 months on.
Which is why I like following.
If you can remind me of the bat mitzvah, just shoot me a text after services to remind me. I will put it on my calendar.
Excellent. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. If everyone could find your seats. Shabbat is a wonderful time to come together and celebrate the amazing miracles of creation. And this week we have an opportunity to celebrate a new baby. We have Brian and Rachel Rubin have had a baby boy last week actually, and the bris is on Sunday. And we have Rachel's grandmother Harriet and her dad Wayne with us for Shabbat, and also Bobby Pollock, extended family. So we're thrilled to have an opportunity to celebrate a wonderful new addition to our community and to Jewish life. So we have an extra special sweetness to Shabbat, and so we'll begin as we light our Shabbat candles and turn to page 2 and invite Cynthia to light our candles. I'll light, you bless.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu l'hadlek ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
More.
Sure.
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Amen. We'll turn together to page 10 as we join in Hine Matov, how great it is to be together.
Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad.
Continuing with Kabbalat Shabbat, our welcoming of Shabbat, we'll turn to page 12 and join Lechuna Ranana. Come, let us sing joyously to God.
Lechune ranina, lechune ranina, lechune ranina, l'Adonai. Lechune ranina, lechune ranina, lechune ranina, l'Adonai. Naria, naria, litzuri shenu, nekad mafa b'toda. Naria, naria, litzuri shenu, nizmiro na'iralo. Lechune ranina, lechune ranina, lechune ranina, l'Adonai. Lechune ranina, lechune ranina, lechune ranina, l'Adonai.
Continuing on page 20 with Lecha Dodi, as we welcome our Shabbat bride, and as we get to our final verse, verse 9, we'll rise together, turn to the door as we mythically welcome our Shabbat bride.
Lecha dodi, likrat kala.
Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Nekavela, Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Nekavela, Leave Shalom Atet Bala, Gam Simcha Uvetzala, Tov Am Segula, Va'ikala, Va'ikala, Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Nekavela, Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Nekavela. Please be seated as we continue page 22. Mizmor Shir Liyom HaShabbat, a psalm, a song for Shabbat. Shabbat, Tov lehodot l'Adonai, Amen l'shimcha elyon, Amen l'shimcha elyon. Turning together to page 24. Words of welcome, blessings of peace. The words that we say when two Jews meet. One says, Shalom Aleichem, peace be on you, and the other responds, Alechem Shalom, on you may there be peace. So go find somebody you don't know and wish them Shabbat Shalom, Shalom Aleichem. You have to get up. So as we find our seats, ooh, that's very loud. As we find our seats once again, we join in Shalom Aleichem, page 24.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon. Is my mic on? Mi Melech Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Okay, just shaking. Baruchem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi-melech Malachei HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu ni l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi-melech Malachei HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi-melech Malachei HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
We turn together to page 26 as we rise for Chatzi Kaddish, followed by our call to worship, Baruch Hu, telling God, telling each other that we're ready to pray.
Yitgada v'yitgada Shmei Rabbah,
Amen.
Yamad yivarach cherutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon u'v'yamechon, u'chayedecho Beit Yisrael, bagala, bagala, u'v'zman karif, v'yimaru, Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevorach, Le'olam ulol me'amaya, Yitbarach, Yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitbar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, Shmei Dekudesha,
Baruch Hu.
Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma, v'imaru, amen.
Page 28.
Baruchu et Adonai hamvarach,
Baruch
Adonai hamvarach,
Le'olam Va'ed. Please be seated as we continue with Ma'ariv Aravim, thanking God for the miracles, the wonders of creation. Let's join together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chokhmah poteach sha'arim, uvitfuna meshane itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umisader et hakochavim, b'mishmerotehem b'rakia kirtzono. Bore yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Uma'avir yom umevi layla, umavdil ben yom uven layla, Adonai Tzevaot Shemo. El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu leolam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, ha'ma'ariv aravim. We turn together to page 33. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works in the living language that gives it form? Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Ahavat olam made Yisrael, Amechavta, Amchavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadita, Otanu limadita. Alkein Adonai Eloheinu b'shochbeinu, U'kumeinu nasiach bechukecha, V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, U'v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed, Ki hem chayenu, Ve'orech yameinu, Uvahem negei yomam v'layla, Negei yomam v'layla, Ve'ahavatcha al tasir, Mimenu le'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev amo Yisrael.
We turn together to page 34 as we rise and join in Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Eved.
And please be seated as we continue with Va'ahavta, page 36.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha u'vlechtecha v'derech u'shachbecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam leot al yadecha ve'hayu letotafot beinecha u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kedoshim le'Elohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihiot lachem le'Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem emet.
Turning together to page 39. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together. And we join in our song of freedom, Mi Chamocha, page 40.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar HaKodesh, Nora Tehilot, Ose, Felech.
מלכותך ראו בניך בוקע ים לפני משה ומרים, זה אלינו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר, כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, וגלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל. Let's join together at the top of page 43. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will.
Hashkiveinu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkiveinu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim.
We turn together to page 45. We're a people in whom the past endures, in whom the present is inconceivable without moments gone by. The Exodus lasted a moment enduring forever. What happened once upon a time happens all the time. And we thank God for the beauty, the blessings we have on Shabbat, and the gift that Shabbat gives to our lives as we join in Vishamru, page 44.
Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat, לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. בני ובן בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
Page page 47. Prayer invites God's presence to suffuse our spirits, God's will to prevail in our lives. Prayer may not bring water to parched fields, nor mend a broken bridge, nor rebuild a ruined city. But prayer can water an arid soul, mend a broken heart, rebuild a weakened will. As we rise together for Amidah, and we join in the words on page 46, Adonai sifatai tiftach, ufi agid tehilatecha. Adonai, open our lips, that our mouths may declare your praise.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Velohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chastei Avot v'Imahot, U'mevei Geula Livnei V'neihem, L'man Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ve'ezrat Sarah. Page 50. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol atah Rav Hoshia, Mashiv HaRuach U'Morid HaGashem, Mechakel Chaim Bechesed, Mechayeh HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'Rofei Cholim, U'Matir Asurim, U'Mekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar, Michamocha B'Gevurot, U'Midom Elach, Melech Lemit U'Mechayeh, U'Matzmiach Yeshua, V'Ne'eman atah l'chayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, Kadoshim b'chol yom yahalu chasela. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
Please be seated as we continue page 53. Where may I go to find you, hidden and exalted one? Yet where would I go, where would I not go to find you, ever-present, eternal one? My heart cries out to you. Please draw near to me. The moment I reach out for you, I find you reaching in for me. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. And let's join together at the very top of page 55. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Page 57. Ratzei Adonai Eloheinu ba'amcha Yisrael, ever-present one, may we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer. Wherever we live, wherever we seek you, in this land, in Zion restored, in all lands, you are our God, whom alone we serve in reverence. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otcha
levadcha b'yirah na'avod.
Page 59. Modim anachnu lach, God of goodness, we give thanks. Thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us, so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulecha na'eh lehodot. And we join together in our prayer for peace at the top of page 61. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Eternal One, who blesses our people with peace.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amecha Taisim Leolam Ki Atahu Melech Adon Lecha Shalom V'tov Levarech et amcha Yisrael b'chol et uchol shah b'shlomecha Baruch atah Adonai oseh hashalom.
We take a few moments of silent prayer, time to reflect, to give voice and to space, give time and space to the prayers that are in our own hearts and minds. So we take a few moments.
Ratzon imrefi vehegyon libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri Adonai Suri Vigali
We turn together to page 253. And there we find our prayer for healing. We ask for healing for all those who might need it. Healing of body or soul or mind or heart. We ask healing for our friends and our family, for all those connected to us in ways, and for those who we don't even really know. And in our congregation, we especially mention Ross McCullough, Marcia Koblitz, Eric Shabetta, Doug Botner, Louis Tenenbaum, Melanie Wood, Corinne Egan, Darlene Sharp, John Myers, Robert Unger, Jordan Kozłecki, Michael Kroner, Carol Ford, Elliot Goldman, Alan Zimmer, Vera Shervetsky, Burko Shervetsky, Manny Lowe, Sheila Ronis, Bruce McEwen, MM and RM, Ron Levin, Kendra Zaks, Leah Tirza Bat Avraham Vasara, Kaylee Armour, Benson Rakusin, Tony Raymond, Bill Gilbert, Susan Gold Bors, and Bruce Bors. If you're joining us via live stream and you would like to add a name, please add the name into our chat. And if you're here in person and would like to add a name as I look around, please do so. We join together.
Nisheberach avotenu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Judaism has lots of questions. We often have more questions than answers. And there is a question that sits quietly, really at the heart of Jewish life. And the question is, where does holiness live? Is it in our places? Is it in objects? Is it in rituals? Is it in moments? Is it somewhere else? This week's Torah portion, I think, gives us this wonderful, wonderful insight. And it has captured the imagination of people and our history and for thousands of years. It's a simple text. It says, Asuli mikdash, make, in the command form, make me, or for me, a sanctuary, something that is holy and sacred. You know the word kadosh, right? We've used it in our prayer book over and over again. It's a sense of sacredness. At its basic form, it means something that is set aside and different from other things in our lives. So we're supposed to make this thing, and we're supposed to set it aside and make it different than everything else. And when we do that, the reward is the next phrase, V'shochanti betocham, and I will dwell amongst them. Now, at first glance, it's pretty straightforward, right? Build a sanctuary, God lives there. But does it say that? It doesn't actually say, build a sanctuary and God lives in the sanctuary. It says, build a sanctuary so that I can live amongst them, with the people. The sacredness is with the people, not in the building. Holiness in the Torah is really not confined to architecture, for sure. In fact, we know it's not about architecture or geography. You know, in the ancient world, it was very common to build temples, right? You can go across the ancient world of the Middle East, and you will find ruins and archaeological evidence of temples all over. But the Mishkan is different. How is the Mishkan that we were commanded to create as we wandered in the desert? What was it made out of? It was a tent, right? It was temporary. And when we had to pick up and move, we packed it all up, almost like a traveling circus, you can imagine. You know, it all packed up in this very complex configuration, and we moved it around. Because it wasn't about the spot, or it wasn't about the physical plant, it was about where the people were. We just came back from a great trip. We went with many of you who are here. We went on a cruise to amongst other places, eventually the Panama Canal. And along the way, we stopped at some places that had significant Jewish communities, and we got to visit with the people there. And the first one we stopped at was in Cartagena, and we met with the rabbi there, and you know, the rabbi there said, I showed up because I wanted to build Jewish life. And it didn't matter what the place we were doing it in was, and it didn't matter what it looked like, and it didn't matter if it was fancy. We created it because the people were here. And I think there is a profound message in that. It is the experience that is sacred. It's when Shabbat shows up and inspires us to set aside some time, to carve out some time to connect with each other, to connect with history, to connect with traditions. It gives us this sense of power, this sense of not being alone in the world. We say blessings, we have wine and challah and friends and family together. But we don't just have Shabbat, we make it. We have to make it. You know, it's that great quote, right? If the tree falls in the forest and there's no one there, right, does it make a sound? Right? If Friday night shows up and nobody says Shabbat Shalom, is it still Shabbat? We have to make Shabbat. We have to create the holiness. The holiness doesn't simply occur. So when it says, make for me a sanctuary so that I can dwell amongst them, the holiness isn't carved into the wood or the tabernacle or the posts or the tent or all of the other things that, by the way, our Torah portion describes, including the menorah, right? But it does live and exist between the people. Rabbis can do fabulous sermons. Cantors can sing incredible Jewish music. But it's the people in the room that make it special. Did anybody notice that there was something special going on in the room today? I don't know. It sounded different. You sounded great. Don't ask questions like that. No, there was an energy. I don't know. I don't know. I felt an energy. And it's when that energy happens, and it's when we come together and we're celebrating and we're singing together, that's where the sacredness happens. That's where and it's with candles and kiddush and songs and the silent moments. Those silent moments that can inspire us and bring us a sense of comfort and compassion. So that when we build it, we truly see this as time apart, something incredible, precious, and yet so subtle. And it's at those moments where truly God dwells amongst us. You know, we went on this other trip, and it was powerful to see engineering feats. The Panama Canal is truly mind-boggling as a feat of engineering. You know, as you go through the canal, there's like 2 inches on either side before you hit the walls of the canal, and there are these train things that are pushing and pulling you to keep you balanced, and amazing. Amazing. And we went to another synagogue in Cozumel. And the rabbi there said one of the best fundraising lines ever. Because he told us about this incredible space that he wants to build. He wants there to be a center of tolerance and a community center. You know, he's visioning what we used to call in rabbinical school as a shul with a pool. In this case, he's got a whole ocean, right? And somebody in our group asked and said, do you have have you raised the money for this? And he says, we know exactly where the money is. We have the money. There's only one problem. It's in your pocket. Great line. But if we change that a little bit, it really is about participation, right? It really is about each of us participating. Not monetarily, yes, monetarily, but not only. Because it's when we come together, we can create those incredible moments, those incredible spaces together. The spaces that renew our spirits, that deepen our connections, that make us feel, even for some brief moments in the week, that we've entered this sacred space. Shabbat Shalom. We continue together with Aleinu on page 282. Please rise.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר ארץ ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל ושכינתו זו בגובהי מרומים הוא אלוהינו אין עוד אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו כך כתוב בתורתו וידעת היום בהשבות אל לבבך Ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim, b'shamayim mima'al, ve'al haaretz mitachat einod. V'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
Please be seated. When cherished ties are broken and the chain of love is shattered, only trust and the strength of faith can lighten the heaviness of the heart. At times, the pain of separation seems more than we can bear. But if we dwell too long on our loss, we embitter our hearts and harm ourselves and those around us. The psalmist said that in his affliction he learned the law of God. And in truth, grief is a great teacher when it sends us back to serve and bless the living. We learn how to counsel and comfort those who, like ourselves, are bowed with sorrow. We learn when to keep silent in their presence and when a word will assure them of our love and concern. And so even when they are gone, the departed are with us, moving us to live as in their higher moments they themselves wish to live. We remember them now. They live in our hearts. They are an abiding blessing. We are in the period of Shiva for David Gold and Donald Higbee, and we extend condolences to Dalton and Lyrica and your families in this difficult time for all of you. We are in the period of Shloshim for Debbie Perry, and we observe Yartzeit on the Shabbat for Morris Kasselman, Gabriel Schaffner, George J. Small, Lillian Steinberg, Karen Levy, Meyer Sunstein, Julius Sender, Abraham Rees, Lillian Levick, Simon Glasser, Albert Singer, Eve Lochner, Leighton Goldsmith, Mose Cohen, Lee Samuel Good, Ida Prusson, Anna Poser, Manfred Jerome Berliner, Jeannie Schaffner Phillips, Abraham Weizenkorn, Hannah Hirschfield Epstein, Irving Todman, Sarah Nast Camber, Grace Yetta Urich, and Matilda Schaffner. If you're joining us via live stream and you would like to add a name, please add the name into our chat. And if you are here in person and would like to add a name, please do so. We turn together to page 294 as we rise for words of Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ba'alma divrach cherutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chai echon u'vyom echon, u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru, amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lameh amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitzpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudsha barichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min Shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Please be seated. I'd like to invite Ali forward to share some announcements.
Shabbat Shalom. Services this week are in memory of the birthday of Eric Rosen, And our big announcement is everybody needs to come this Friday to our Purim celebration. We're going to have a great little program, as well as I and Pam and Karen are on the beverage committee, and you're going to love Esther's Elixir. We have it non-alcoholic and alcoholic.
Thanks, God.
So please RSVP now. It's going to be this
But
Friday.
not only do you have drinks, but we have dinner.
And dinner catered by our favorite place, Habibi's. Also, we're going to be trying out chair yoga this week on Tuesday, so please come and join. It's a $5 donation. Look for the Mahjong and Canasta games happening. We also have a special program on Tuesday called Stop the Bleed and Active Shooter Response Training. Even though this sounds really scary, it's more about knowing what to do in case an emergency arises. And their quote is, "People don't rise to the occasion in emergencies, they fall to their training." So if you'd like to attend that, it's going to be at Tuesday at 6:30. Rabbi is doing a new program, Talmud Unlocking the Wisdom of Our Sages, which is starting February 28th at 8. And let's see, we have a night at Keller's Comedy Club, Thursday, March 5th at 6:30, and that should be a fun time. Second night Seder, we've got some early bird pricing by March 12th, RSVP. And have a good week. See you on Friday. Shabbat Shalom.
Yeah, it's very important that you RSVP for next Friday so that we order enough food from Habibi. There will be a vegetarian option of falafel, and we're doing chicken and rice and baba ganoush and hummus and all these great, and a salad and, making you hungry? Yeah. And it's always a treat to have Habibi's food, so. We are going to conclude this evening with those words that I spoke about. Asuli mikdash v'shochanti b'tocham. Make me a sanctuary so that I can dwell amongst them.
We're going to do it in English because I forgot to bring the sheet music, so that's my bad. God, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, with thanksgiving. I'll be a living sanctuary for you.
We join together in Kiddush. Turn back to page 5.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava u'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila l'mikra'e kodesh zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol amim v'shabbat kodshecha ve'ahava u'v'ratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen.
L'chaim.
Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. So if you want anything special for next Friday, just let me know. I know we've done some stuff in the past.
We should talk
Yeah.
about some forum stuff.
Do you want me to